Alright, now we are in our LeetCode and now we're gonna need to solve this problem. I will be using the data structure, it's gonna be hash set. So I will call it here new hash set. Alright, now we need to iterate to in this num array, and we want to add each number in that array to that set. We need to iterate through this array and add every number to that set. That's for the first loop. Now for the second loop, we already now have the values in our set. We're gonna reiterate one more time, and this time we're gonna need to make some checking whether we are at the ending point or starting point. So I will make using ending point. So first we're gonna make check if the set contains num actually doesn't contain the next value. For example, now we're at 4, we don't have 5, so now we have reached to the point where we're at the ending point. Alright, so now while set dot contains num minus 1, so we need to make sure that it has numbers that less than 4, and we also need to increment it, decrement it, so we can make sure that we're working fine. Alright, so now let's begin. The result that should be expected is gonna be 1, and for the result here we want to increase it by 1 so we can make sure that it incremented. So that's basically the thing when we're loop, and we want to find also we need to have some value of result here. So it's gonna be 1 here, and I will rename it answer. I'm just gonna changing naming just for convention, and at the end after the iteration, while finding the most answers here, we want to update the results to be maximum of either answer or result, will be one of them, and finally I want to return the result here. So here we're gonna first iterate through the list the array and add it to our set, and then we're gonna iterate one more time throughout this array, and we're gonna check if the set that we already have contains value that is greater than that, and if it doesn't contain that element, then we're gonna try and see how many numbers consecutively exist, and we're gonna accumulate the answer, and we will compare what previously had been available and the new answers, and we're gonna take the greater one, and finally we're gonna just return the result. Let's run the code and see how it's gonna look like. Alright, let's submit and see how it's gonna look. Alright, so I forgot the edge cases here, so that is my bad. For the edge cases, I'm gonna say if the length is less than or 2, I'm just gonna return the num.length. So if it's 1, then we're gonna return 1. If it's 0, we're gonna return 0. Also, I want to make sure the constraint it's gonna be negative. Since it's gonna be negative and doesn't be positive, so let's just return it 0, and the algorithm would work as well, guys. Let's submit and see how it's gonna look like. Right, perfect. Now the algorithm works fine. It's kind of fast. Time complexity is amazing. That's it. I will submit it one more time, see if it's much different or not. That's basically it. I hope you learned something and you benefit from this video. See you next time.